Welcome to a special Famous Monsters podcast. As always, we are your home for horror, sci-fi, fantasy, and holding your pee while waiting in line just to find out that Bruce Campbell is taking a bathroom break. As always, I am your host, George, the Jack of all trades, and with me is Jason the Falcon.
What's up, guys?
And taking a break from moderating, we have our boys from the Launchpad podcast joining us. We got Matt and Aaron.
Hey guys.
What's going on, everybody?
Now, we're all here for one reason. I think it's safe to say that we're all fans of horror. You know, when Freddy vs. Jason came out back in 2003, I think we were all pumped. We were super excited for that film. But let's be honest, the debate has been going on for years. It's going to keep on going of who truly won that movie. You know, did Jason win? Did Freddy win? He never really died. Neither one of them ever really die.
They never do.
But that's not I don't think that's the fight we were looking for. I think it's
I don't know. I love that movie, man. I love that movie.
I do
it's
too.
exactly what I want from it. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think what we really want to know is who's going to take most people out. Who's going to be on top? Who's king of the hill when it comes to that body count?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's why we're here today. We're going to settle that score with the four of us with a little game we like to call, what is it? Yeah, I just said it, body count. So to get everyone on board and prepared for this, because you guys can play at home too, here's how it's going to go down. Each round will pit two players against each other. Each player will get a randomized horror icon. Each player within each round will then get 60 seconds to plead their case of who will get the most bodies down. They will be put in a random location with a random set of characters that will be their prey. Seems pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Morbidly fun, awesome game.
So by the time that we run out of time, whoever has the most bodies in the bag, we'll say, that is our victor. So we'll have Jason going against Matt first, and then me going against you, Aaron.
All right.
All right, let's see what we got here. Round one. Jason, you have the Gill Man.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay.
You have the Gill Man, Jason.
Yeah.
And your prey will be the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
So for those of you who don't remember the Breakfast Club, that means you get your jock, your popular girl, your nerdy boy, your goth chick, and you get your punk dude.
Awesome.
And your location shall be the USS Sulaco from Alien.
Love the situation that those tools are on that ship.
What a horrible detention.
That's my favorite part of this is like, how did these people get there and why is the Gill Man there too?
The intro, that trucking shot of the pods as all the lights start to turn on, and then you see like Molly Ringwald emerges from a sleep tube looking around.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
And go.
Okay, so the only things that have been shown to actually kill the Gill Man are or do a significant amount of damage where he's no longer like an issue is a ton of bullets and insecticide. I'm going to assume they don't really have insecticide on the Sulaco. And also, these are teenagers. I bet out of the 5 of them, only the punk dude maybe has fired a gun before. There's no way that the jock, the nerd, Molly Ringwald, and the basket case, like the basket case, I could maybe see
25 seconds
surviving because she thinks outside the box, but there's no way these kids can beat the Gill Man. Like I think they're all going down.
So you're gonna kill all 5 all at once?
Not all
10
at
seconds.
once, but I mean it's a big spaceship. There's a lot of room to move. You just kind of stalk them down. And I mean, he's got claws. He's gonna attack them, kind of like.
Oh, that is it.
Damn, that's quick.
Oh, that's.
All right, Matt, you got your work cut out against you, I guess, because it seems like Gill Man just took out 5.
All right, who do I got? Who do I got? Who am I backing in this?
All right,
race?
Matt. You got Jason Voorhees.
Damn.
No-
Oh no, that's not
No
fair
stranger to
Jason.
space.
Oh, this is just. Oh, and who's he fighting? Is it the same
It's
Still the
character?
same crew.
It's the Breakfast Club at the USS
All
Sulaco.
I won't need all 60 seconds, but
Confidence. All right. Go.
All right, take the lamest Jason, which is probably from Manhattan. So he's on the Sulaco. The thing about The Breakfast Club is that movie's great, and it really makes you like reminisce about high school and how all you were concerned about in high school was yourself and your stupid friends. So all they did that movie was sit around in a circle and talk with each other and cry and like, you know, boost each other's confidence and ego. Jason is going to walk directly in there. And I'll say 3 machete chops will take care of all 5 of them without a problem. And even if they run, what does it matter? I think he's even better suited in the small confines of the Sulaco's hallways for that running or walking catch-up thing where he doesn't actually walk or he doesn't actually run, but he catches up to them. I think that's even better than the forest. They're going to be turning corners left and right. He's going to be right there. Boom. Three machete swipes. Done.
I like
Yeah.
that you gave yourself a handicap with Jason Takes Manhattan.
Right?
You know, it's funny because when you threw Gilman at Jason, I was like at our Jason, not Voorhees. I was like, Gilman is pretty friggin' tough. Like that's a good fight, and I don't think that crew would be really apt to take much of anybody, but certainly not a powerful, cool thing like Gilman. And I'm not even going to go into the weaknesses that I perceive Gilman might have up in space, but Jason Voorhees, and like you said, I didn't even want to take that he's been in space before, and he's like, oh, home court advantage.
Damn. So, Aaron, it seems like they both took out all 5. Would you agree?
Yeah, they took out all 5. I mean, I'm envisioning in my head that scene where they've all taken hit from the joint and they're all singing "We're Not Alone." You know, it's like we dare to expose our hearts just to feel the purest parts. And like Gilman's just like shredding his face, and then like, you know, or Jason comes in and just throws his machete, and that kid with the pumping his fist on the Sulaco basketball cart, I don't know, sports field inside the gym, and just the machete goes through his hand, pins him against the wall. I think there's some pretty good kills from both these guys.
Oh yeah. I honestly imagined that one of them finds a repulsor gun and just shoots each other by accident. I see an accidental kill coming.
That's true. Jason and I did not think about that. That's probably
Oh
true.
man,
Yeah, they
I'm
would
so
probably take out
high.
each other first.
Jason rounds the corner and there's just like a dead body. He's like, what the hell is this?
Screw this, I'm getting out of here. No more detention for me. Hits the button, the airlock opens, they all get sucked out. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, I guess we have our first rebuttal then. We need a tiebreaker.
Okay.
So, Jason, the Falcon, you get 60 seconds. How are you going to take out Jason the Voorhees? And 60 seconds, go.
I'm thinking that maybe gravity and pressure could be a huge part of it, because the Gilman is amphibious. If he can manage to make it to a place where maybe the airlock has broken or the false gravity is not functioning the way that it should, he's going to have a physical advantage because he's used to high pressure and no oxygen. I mean, granted, he needs gills, but he can function with lungs and also gills. I'm thinking that might give him an advantage. To be honest, like, I'm rooting for Voorhees on this one.
Jason, stick together.
Like, just to be real. I mean, the Gilman is tough, but pressure.
Thumbs up, pressure.
A for effort.
Yeah, you had a concept and you stuck with it. I
Yeah.
like it.
All right, Matt. 60 seconds on the clock. Go.
I agree with Jason. Jason would win. I think
End argument.
I'll throw her the bone. I think if they were in a watery environment, if they were in the Gilman's location, Jason, we know, is not really a fan of water. Gilman lives in water, so that would be that fight there. But I think anywhere else, I mean, just look at the physical advantages of a fight. I think Jason is physically bigger. He's also, with his smallest machete, he's still got the reach on Gilman. Jason really kind of can't be killed. Gilman is very hard to kill, but Jason pretty much can't be killed. And again, home court advantage. He knows this space thing. He's got it locked down. No, I mean,
But-
gravity and pressure aside, don't try to science me out of this, but still.
With 15 seconds to spare.
Yeah, I'll save those for later.
Purely a location advantage, because if they were even on the planet from Aliens, there's that water, like Newt falls in that water tunnel.
Yeah.
I think Jason in the water, especially Jason Takes Manhattan, when we see him hit the water, he starts puking up and going, "Mommy," and crying about it.
He turns into a child.
So, especially because you picked and magically turns into a child. Yeah. Especially because you picked Jason Takes Manhattan Jasons. If they were near any body of water, I think Gilman would have this, but in space, no one can hear your hockey mask.
Yeah, I guess I know it seems like an unfair battle, but Matt brought up a really good point that I think is to show like maybe not all of the people get taken down. Gilman is a lover. And there's that chance that he might not take one of them all the way through. He might keep one of them as a trinket, as a little trophy. So that's kind of important.
Yeah.
Jason's where he's just like, "What are you doing? You don't take them." He's like, "No." The Gilman's like, "But he or she is hot," and Jason's like, "I know. That's why we kill." No, give me that sleeping bag. I'll show you what to do.
Yeah. I'll show you where to hang things up to dry.
Who knows? Maybe Gilman and the nerdy blonde kid can kind of shape of water something and take Jason down.
Okay,
That's amazing.
I would watch. I think I'd watch all of these movies.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Whether it's one movie or a series, I'd go through it.
New
Jason's like,
fan
"Can't
fiction.
you smell the sexual tension and weed smoke? We got to keep it all."
So I think it's safe to say Matt got this one.
Jason.
Regardless,
please.
best high school
Yeah.
experience, right?
Yeah. So,
Man.
all right, Aaron. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
You have Samara from The Ring.
Okay, great, good.
I like the confidence.
All right. You will be in the Addams Family house,
Awesome.
and your prey is our good old boys, the Winchester brothers.
Okay.
First
of all,
well, hold on. You got a team. You got Bobby with them also. He's still alive. We got Castiel and Kevin, their prophet.
Damn.
okay, and the two brothers.
And you get Dean and
Rumi's
and,
taking
Sam.
notes.
So Samara from The Ring.
Yep,
Okay,
60
great.
seconds. Go.
Here we go. Boom. So it is the Winchester brothers, like paranormal activity business, family business, and a tape comes to them and they're like, "Oh, let's watch this. Probably like something cool to start our next case off," because they get messages all the time that help them like start their adventures. They pop the cassette in and it's the two brothers and they're like, "Whoa," they get ringed immediately. Holy, they get ringed so hard. And Bobby walks in, he finds the big brother Winchester all in the closet making that horrible face that is in The Ring, and you know the one I'm talking about when the mom opens the door and the girl's in the closet and they smash cut to it, scares the shit out of you. He finds both of them like that. The two hardest guys on that team are out already. It is bad news for them. So then Castiel, he's like, "I wonder what this tape is," because that's how The Ring works. It draws you in. And he's like,
3
"I'm their
seconds.
scribe, man. I got magic on my side." So he watches
And
the tape.
time.
Right. So I got 3 of them.
All right. Let's see who I get. Come on. Okay.
Who is
No,
it?
I got a good one. All right.
Okay.
Don't let my tone affect that. I got Ghostface from Scream.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. I got this. I'm a pro.
I want to watch the time too. Not that I don't trust you, but just
60 seconds.
keep going.
They're already started. I'm at 55, 54. Look, I'm giving you seconds. So we're in the Addams Family household, right? I'm Ghostface Killer. I'm going after the supernatural team. What the supernatural team doesn't have going for them is the fact that they don't know who the hell I am. They just meet me in the house. I'm okay. Oh my God, I'm lost. There's crazy things going on in this house. There's a slide that goes to treasure. There's a dude who's just a hand. Like, I need your guys' help. he starts separating them one by one. It's like, look, this is what I found over here. And they're trying to, because you know these guys, they go to investigate things on their own at times and everything. Bobby's a loner. So they're all doing their own things. And he's just picking them off one by one. And what they also don't know is that I'm more than one person. So while I got me over here taking one, I got another one on the other side just stabbing them in the back. Each of them gets taken out in each room separately. Divide and conquer, baby. Just like in the thing. And bam! Bam! Did I pull that off in the nick of time, guys?
Yeah. This is hard, Jason. What do you think?
It is really hard because on the one hand, I don't believe that Ghostface would ever kill more people than Samara could. On the other hand, George brought up a really good point using the environment that they're in with all the weird stuff that exists in the Addams Family house. So I do really like that argument.
I do like that he used the house for it. He did
and we have like
using
4 or 5 Scream movies worth of him/them/her killing people in a regular house. Now, if they were friggin' fun slides and spinny walls and shit like that, I think Aaron and George need to arm wrestle. And Aaron's got a Freddy glove behind him.
Oh, hold on. I had to get my hat so I could have my over the top moment like Sylvester.
Yeah.
Over the top, Dad. Over the top.
I'm gonna go. I have to put my money someplace. I'm gonna put my money on Ghostface and George because I think that the victims are not prepared for that type of assault. I don't think they're ready for that. I think there's more situation like George said, especially in the Addams Family house where people are going to be separated and they're going to be concerned about investigating stuff, figuring out the house and all that nonsense while Ghostface Killer is Ghostface killing. And then Rumi, it's a very narrow margin, but Rumi's guys are paranormal guys investigating paranormal things. I'm giving those victims better odds than them getting killed by a serial killer.
I think the argument of like the splitting everybody up inside the Addams Family house kind of has my vote. So I think I have to vote for George.
It's close, right? Like it is not as decisive.
So close.
Good fight. Good fight.
All right.
Well, at least you know what I bring now. All right.
Yeah.
Now, how do we get into the next round? Lay it out,
So,
George.
switching it up now. So the 2 people who won the last round will go against each other, and the 2 people who lost their rounds will go against each other. So I get to go against you, Matt. So you're Predator. Your location is going to be a fun time because you're at Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
And
Get them tickets, bro.
This is so perfect. Okay.
Fair.
So you are Predator. You're at Dave & Buster's, and your prey are 6 angry Karens fully equipped to write a letter and record you on their iPhones.
Awesome.
Yeah.
6 of them? Okay.
6.
At
That's
Dave
a lot.
& Buster's.
Yep. You ready?
Dang,
for this?
dog. All right.
All right. And our next to catch a predator, 60 seconds now.
Entire thing is shot from Karen number 4's cell phone. So you can see this entire video happens from that POV. Dave & Buster's is one of the coolest places to go. It doesn't matter if you're an adult or a kid. If you're a Karen, you're not playing games. You're standing around about something. So their kids are probably running a mess, just havoc all over the place. So Predator looks at killing them first. One kid's like, want some candy? And he's like, no, I gotta go kill your moms. So he goes over, he starts just slicing through. And Predator's gonna make that look good. He's got glaive, he's got wrist gauntlets, he's not even gonna use the smart disc. He's gonna choke out first Karen just because it's gonna cause panic and be awesome. It's just walking his way through a herd of complainers. Because the thing about Karens won't run. Karens will stay there and stand and fight. Oh, they'll argue and fight. They're going to all record this on their cell phone. They're all going to be yelling. He's not even going to take trophies till the end. And you know what? He will take the cell phones as trophies, not the skulls. He's going to kill all.
That was actually a good place to end. That sounds good. I have The Thing.
Oh.
The Thing, as we all know, The Thing can take on any shape and form. And so in turn, The Thing can just become Karen number 7.
Oh,
And then start pitting the Karens against each other. And what's worse than a Karen going against the world than a Karen going against herself? So now while it has all the Karens just recording one another and writing letters to, I guess, their significant others, it just starts, it'll take out one of their children, and then that Karen's like, oh no, where's Toby? Karen gone. And then one by one, we're just taking out a Karen left and right. One Karen gets topped in a ball pit. One Karen is being shoved in a coin machine. Another Karen is being left in souvenirs with a stuffed animal shoved down her throat. Thing just takes out every Karen.
Oh man,
This is tough because I mean they're both really strong cases for killing everybody, but the Predator is just so efficient.
The thing about the good thing about a Predator fighting a Karen is the Karens get incensed about it. They get so upset. The Karens will be so mad that it's happening, and they'll really just like. So I think as if I was watching this movie, I would enjoy the fact that they were getting so riled up. Whereas the Thing, you didn't mention any paranoia coming in, so they were just kind of like getting taken out, unaware that it was happening. Like he walks up, and he's like, "Mommy, I want some pizza," and she's like, "Hold on, I'm twittering right now," and the Thing could have taken the kid, but the paranoia of the distrust that comes in the Karens is what really would play into the Thing. And I don't know if I don't know if watching the Thing take over Karens as it was described might have that paranoia and that satisfaction of their anger getting riled up. What do you think, Jason?
Yeah, I mean the thing that Matt brought up of like the Karens are not gonna run, they're gonna huddle around and be upset and you know like offended at this thing like killing them. You know what I mean? I think that is a really good point. I mean it's so hard because both arguments are really good, and I really want to see like the Thing versus the Predator in a Dave and Buster's. Especially with the Karens. But I'm kind of leaning towards Matt. Sorry, George.
Sorry, George. Yeah,
You
I think
can't win 'em all.
just satisfaction of watching a Predator clean the skull of a Karen would be pretty rock and roll.
The skull's mouth would be
the
open. right?
iPhone of camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That also was a
Probably
good
my
point.
favorite part.
Yeah.
Oh God, I would love to see that.
But George, I will give you use the environments very well. I do say
Yeah.
you're very good about pulling your environments, the ball pit, maybe. Those.
You know,
That'd be a good
and I
place to
know-
kill somebody.
All right, Aaron,
Yeah.
you are Kayoko from The Grudge. You keep on getting these. I was waiting for like Jason to get one of these characters.
Yeah, they're some of my favorites.
Yeah. But in turn, you know them well, so.
I should have deferred.
Yeah. All right, so you're Kayoko. You are in Dracula's castle, and your prey is Buffy the Vampire Slayer and her friends, or Buffy and friends. So that means she has Willow.
The Scooby Crew.
Scooby,
Okay.
yeah, right. The new Scooby Crew. So yeah, you got Buffy, Willow, Xander, Cordelia, and Giles.
Buffy, Willow, Xander.
Oh, and to make it clear on here, it's Willow with magical powers. Willow. So this is like near the end of the series.
Okay. Okay.
60 seconds on the clock. Wait.
So the Buffy and the Scooby Crew are coming to Dracula's castle to kill Dracula, but there's no Draculas here. So when they go down in the basement and they're kicking armadillos out of the way and they open the casket and there's nothing there, there's a little Grudge kid behind them going, meow. Oh, and that makes them scatter. They're like, oh no. So, Buffy is a very hard combatant, but the little Grudge kid can sneak up out of shadows. He can appear in shower curtains. He can appear in your throat, out the back of your head while you're taking a shower. And once you've been in Dracula's castle, once you've been inside the home, that kid can follow you home anywhere, and he will take each one of them out at his own leisure, at his own time. He doesn't even need to do it at the castle. He can take any amount
10
of
seconds.
space, time, anything he needs to do. He will find you. If there's a little bit of shadow in the corner, something out of the corner of your eye moves, boom, he's got you.
And time. That was a good one.
That was
I-
tough. That was tough because I don't know him that well. But it's okay. It's okay. I did see the movie and the remake. So
All right, Jason, let's see who you got. You got Alien from Alien.
damn it.
So just to recap, you're in Dracula's castle and you're going after Buffy and friends.
Okay.
I just want to know that on this paper it says Buffy N friends. 60 seconds on the clock. Go.
Okay, I'm on board with Aaron. At the beginning, they're at Dracula's castle to kill Dracula. She is a vampire slayer. That's their whole thing. They have
Good.
never encountered anything even remotely close to the xenomorph before. That thing has tricks all over its body. It's got the second mouth, it's got its tail, it's got its acid blood. The Scooby Gang, these kids are not prepared for a xenomorph. In the castle, it's got all kinds of different places to hide, because that was the biggest thing in Alien, was it was picking them all off slowly. Even if there were other people in the room, there's just crevices because they don't know its biology and they don't know what this thing is. They're probably going after it like it's a vampire or other sort of like terrestrial, supernatural
10 seconds.
creature. They don't have anything, like they don't use like guns or I mean Willow could summon fire.
That is time.
They're not ready.
They're not ready.
They're
ready.
not ready.
I want to say Jason right out of the gate, but I feel that she is underestimating Buffy and Crew's ability to fight. And yes, I think like I'm not the biggest Buffy guy, but I can't think of a specific enemy that they face that's similar to Buffy, similar to the Alien. But they fight demons and vampires and stuff that is not only powerful but supernatural and magical and stuff.
Yeah, much
The
like the
Alien-
Supernatural Crew, they fight almost every monster
Yeah, so I
imaginable
feel
and
like-
beyond.
I feel like it wouldn't be the craziest, most jarring thing for them. I think they can adjust to that, especially when they have powers. Like Buffy is a slayer. Willow has magic. Did you say
Ja-
Seth Green was there? Is there a werewolf?
No werewolf. Yeah,
Sucker.
yeah.
He's a little tiny.
We're
werewolf.
past season 3, but just there enough so we still have Willow Powers and Giles alive.
I think I don't know that turns the tide. What do you think?
Because that's the thing, like you mentioned like Buffy's a slayer, Willow has powers, Giles is kind of like this endless almanac of like information. You know, like he just knows everything.
He's getting eaten first.
You know.
Though. I mean, he's either
I
getting
say,
killed
well,
or he
I
will
think
have a chest
Xander,
burster.
useless Xander, like he's
Oh, fair
out.
enough.
Like what the heck?
Yeah.
Xander's cannon fodder. You know?
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's true.
He's going to be missing 2
You know?
eyes by the end.
Yeah,
of
for
this
anything,
thing.
I'd say between Xander and Cordelia, because I feel like Cordelia didn't become like worth anything until she went to like the Angels show, and then she
Mhm.
started pulling her weight, you know. But like in Buffy, between her and Xander, I can see them just being like the example of like, all right, this is how that the alien kills. All right, now we can see its weaknesses.
Yeah,
like
they learn.
they're gonna be the
They
test
learn
dummies.
those. Chuck those two off as learning experiences.
Yeah,
You all, every friend group you have has a learning experience. Like when that one gets killed, that's when you start to formulate your defense plan.
yeah. But I gotta say, I like what Aaron came with, though, the fact that if for some reason they leave this castle, which would be lucky as hell if they pull that off with that labyrinth of a building, there's no escaping the thing. Like you can escape the alien in some format because it is a physical being, but the fact that Kyoko isn't, and it's just once it gets in contact with your life, you're screwed. That's it.
Yeah.
Like we've seen all the movies. I haven't seen any way to stop that thing from coming after you. There is zero weaknesses. You burn the house, okay, we'll find another house.
It's true.
You know, like the last one we saw, which if anyone heard one of our last podcasts on Famous Monsters, we reviewed the most current Grudge, and while we may not have enjoyed it that much, that thing traveled overseas. Like it came to America and we had a whole new set. It's like, all right, so there's just nothing. As long as you're bound to Earth, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if Kayako goes to space, we'll see what happens then.
Alien's like, I got this.
Yeah.
I mean, if you give us rebuttal, I don't think the Xenomorph can beat Kayako.
What do you think, Matt? Is it rebuttal time? Like, I think I have a winner, honestly, for me. But
all right, go ahead.
Like for me, I think I'm gonna lean towards Aaron, personally.
See, I'm leaning too, but I don't know if I'm ready to throw.
Oh.
Can we rebut? Can we have a rebuttal?
Yeah. All right. Looks like you guys
You
got a
asked
rebuttal.
for it, Rumi.
All right, who's going first on the rebuttal?
We'll go in the same order again.
Okay.
So 60 seconds. Go.
The Xenomorph has slaughtered the Scooby crew, and Xander's eye patch is dripping from his jaws, and the Xenomorph turns around. There's a little boy, and the little boy goes, meow. And the Xenomorph walks up and tries to grab the little boy, and it just disappears in his hand. And the Xenomorph's an animal. He doesn't have a lot of calculations in his head, so he's not quite sure what's going on. So the Xenomorph moves on with his day, and he's terraforming the Earth, getting ready for the Queen aliens and more Xenomorph takeover. But every now and then, out of the corner of his eye, a little boy, and like pops out, gets him, and before you know it, that Xenomorph's just got nightmares in his mind of a little like pale ass boy just being like and crawling on the ceiling, and like crawling down the stairs backwards, and that Xenomorph finally gets taken down from his own insanity. If an animal can go insane, you will see it in the Xenomorph.
With 10 seconds to spare. I'm gonna start calling you Johnny 10 seconds, man.
Can you just do the impression for the last 10 seconds?
Yeah, because what was it again?
What?
Oh no, we want the boy. We want the boy.
Yeah, the boy.
Oh, you want the boy?
Best part of the argument every time.
Yeah. I want someone please someone superimpose him in the movie. Ruby, you could do that. Put you in just in one scene.
yourself.
I just want to see that.
Oh, you're kidding. I have Jen in the office right now. Jen, work on this now. All right, all right, Jason. Are you ready?
Yeah.
As ready as I'm going to be. 60 seconds. Go.
Okay, so I would argue that the curse that Kayako and Toshio, that's the little boy's name, the curse that they spread is spread mostly through fear. Sort of like similar to Samara's videotape curse, it's a fear-based thing. I don't think the Xenomorph has fear in the true sense of how humans experience it. Like Aaron was saying, it's a very, very different physiology. We've seen that they work a little bit more sort of like the hive format, like ants. A regular Xenomorph drone is not going to experience that type of fear that Kayako and Toshio usually kill through. I mean, we don't even know if it can see them, so I don't think
that is time. I stopped looking at the timer because I was like, I was actually engulfed in what you're saying. I was like, keep going.
She knows the names of the monsters.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that the little boy had a different name. See, she knew her stuff.
Yeah, Aaron wins. She didn't do any impressions. I had no visual representation of what anything looked like.
This is a tough one, man. I like that. I like Jason's comeback. I think that was really good. That was a very good point. Because I was at first I'm thinking Aaron's like, yeah, Aaron's got this. Yeah, that's a good point. Because I'm thinking at first like, imagine what it would look like seeing an alien just lose it, just like kind of go crazy and become like paranoid. Like, what does a paranoid big alien look like? I just imagine it's just like constantly just being so scared and like not knowing what to do. And
George wins impression.
like because like you said before, it's like the boy disappears, Kayako disappears. Like it can attack all at once, but it's attacking nothing. Mm-hmm. And so just eventually have like that frustration and paranoia. But I love that, Jason, the fact that since it is so animalistic and it does work like an insect, like a drone, they don't have like feelings like that. As far as we know scientifically, there's no feelings, with those kind of creatures.
Right.
So it would probably just keep on attacking, not even knowing what it's doing. It's like, oh, if it disappears, like I got another one.
Right.
Whoa. I don't know.
obviously I was picking Aaron in the beginning, but now with the rebuttals, I might have been swayed the other way.
See,
Just
I think I was the inverse. I think
Oh,
I was
really?
on Team Jason until, and it's hard, but I think I'm leaning Aaron for the supernatural. But it's like we're getting down to like we got to get a scientist involved to talk about
So
Yeah.
do we call it a tie and then the next round?
Arm
we
wrestle.
Arm wrestle.
There's not been enough arm wrestling in this show.
It really hasn't.
So
I think I'm going Aaron by like a razor's edge, but
it's just because we're roommates.
Yeah.
no,
No,
it's just
now it
because we
is.
were roommates 12 years ago.
Yeah. Like that initial argument was good. Like I want to give it to him, but it's knowing that like they can't actually kill each other.
I'm giving it to Jason because I don't think I don't think the xenomorph is scared.
Yeah.
That won me over.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good.
It's a good fight.
All right, well, if Aaron says that I think Jason is the victor, then I think we can
Yeah.
award that, right?
Yeah, yeah. See, look at that. We have honor.
Yeah, I mean,
I appreciate that. If we hadn't done the rebuttals, my vote would have absolutely been for Aaron.
Yeah.
That was like
Damn.
the best
Good.
talk
See,
that we had, I think.
and I asked for the rebuttal because I thought for sure that argument was solid, but then she had man. See, like, and if I had just left it alone, see, that's
Did
me.
you listen to it and you're like, no, wait,
Yeah.
I'm a loser.
That was me just wanting to like slather on some icing to my argument.
So I only got a few left here. Let's see who goes first. Jason, heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails. Do you want to take the lead or?
I'll go first, yes.
All right. You are Pinhead. Your prey are the Dream Master teens from Dream Master.
Oh.
So that means you have the karate dude, the genius girl with asthma, the powerlifter girl who's afraid of bugs, and then the final girl who gets all their powers. Your location is Crystal Lake.
Oh, full circle.
You have 60 seconds on the clock. Go.
Okay, Pinhead is a literal demon, and he has powers pretty much beyond what any of these kids have ever seen before. Even if they're used to fighting a supernatural killer, they're used to fighting someone that has a claw. Pinhead can summon chains with hooks from anywhere, as you can see in Hellraiser 3 when he comes to Earth and just starts slaughtering everybody. I don't think it's a question of how many of these kids he can kill. I think it's a question of how fast it's going to happen, and as you can see in the nightclub scene, it can be immediate. Like I there's not a lot of ways to stop Pinhead because he's a demon. Like, these are teenagers. I think he's just gonna hook him and kill him.
The old hook 'em and kill 'em.
Yep,
Hook him and kill him.
that is time. That is a good monster to have. You are Frankenstein's monster.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, and go.
I don't know that I'm going to win this one. But,
Oh, no.
well, Frankenstein's monster is not, in most cases, is not evil and is not trying to kill for the sake of killing. If the Dream Masters were just like playing some sort of game that he misconstrued and accidentally threw them all to their deaths, yeah, let's go with that. So the Dream Warriors, Dream Masters are all around a pond saying he loves me not, and he comes over, he's like, oh, can I play? He's got the strength to pick all four up at once and throw them all, because it's a cliff, not water, throw them all over a cliff, and none of them can fly. So done. I win.
Wait, did you just turn Crystal Lake into a cliff and not a lake?
Oh, I forgot Crystal Lake. Okay.
Mhm.
Frankenstein looks over and Jason's there and he's like, little help. I think Frankenstein in his best portrayals is not evil.
As time.
So who won?
I don't know. It's a
I'm-
tough one, guys.
Well,
I'm pulling hairs
Jason,
over here.
I was hoping you would bring up the idea that the Dream Warriors, the Dream Masters, they have no powers to Pinhead because it is not in the dream world. Because the Dream Warriors' powers come from their dreams, not in a real world stake. So
Well,
Pinhead could.
here's the thing. In the Dream Warriors, that's how it works. But by the time you get to Dream Master, all the abilities that they had in their dreams were actually abilities they had in real life. So like the guy who did karate actually studied karate. The girl who powerlifted actually worked out. She actually lifted weights. The genius girl created the machine in the real world that they had to bring into the dream world to defeat Freddy. So they all had real world like abilities that they just enhanced in the dreams.
But
They were
karate's-
they were tangible. They were
Yeah, but
tangible
karate's
abilities.
none
No,
of those
he's
abilities
probably
are
not going to
defeating-
win. But the girl who's smart, she may have figured out how to use the box.
That is true.
Oh, fair enough. I
Because
also feel
like-
like if you karate kick Pinhead in the face, it's gonna hurt him
Yeah.
more than the average kick recipient.
I don't know. He put those nails in his head himself. He's not.
Oh, that's true. And he's a Cenobite, so he's gonna be
Like-
down for that. He'll be like,
Yeah,
"Thank
he'd
you,
actually
sir, may
be
I have
into it.
another?"
yeah.
Turn
Yeah.
the other cheek, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think they're all upside down with their skin peeled off. Yeah, I think Pinhead's got it.
Yeah, it's
Pinhead
it's
is a
kind of
little
it's
OP.
kind of unfair.
A
Who
little
put this
bit.
together? Who put this together?
did this? I think it's just a coincidence that another famous Monsters person got the most OP. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I feel the same way. I feel
Good arguments, though. Good arguments all around. That was really funny.
I like that Aaron that Matt went through the direction of using like friendship as his way to get in there, because that would be
Mhm.
like the Frankenstein way if we're talking about the Frankenstein that's more docile and actually isn't trying to kill. You
It's
know,
heartbreaking because he'd be sad. He'd be like, "Oh, I just killed
I
one."
would
Yeah.
have gone with
I
Book
know.
Frankenstein. I would have
Yeah.
gone with Book Frankenstein. If I cannot inspire love, then I will cause fear.
Yeah.
Boom. Crushing heads and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I like using the what I consider the Lenny Frankenstein,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
of
yeah.
Mice and Men Frankenstein, and he's just disappointed that he killed all his friends.
Yeah,
And he's just there
what?
crying with one tear.
Oh.
You know?
Sad Kankenstein.
That was fun.
That was really
Guys.
fun.
So glad you guys got to join us. And I'm so glad all you guys at home were able to join us, I should say.
They joined us.
Yeah, and join. New words. We're dropping new words all the time. But I think that wraps up our time here at the Famous Monsters podcast at San Diego Comic-Con at home. You know, I hope everyone at home has been staying safe, keeping busy, binging as much horror as you can, because there has been no better time to do so. I mean, I don't know how many times that we can promote Shudder between me and Jason and Holly on our podcast, but it's been a lifesaver. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, stay home, watch horror, guys. Mind
Yeah.
if we give our plug?
Yes, that's exactly what I want. Where can people
Oh,
follow
man,
you?
guys? Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Launchpad Pod, and our website, launchpadpod.com. It's July now, so we just finished up our Shark Month. We were doing Shark Month all month. We were talking about Ghost Shark. We were talking about Jaws. We had lots of special guests, so check that stuff out. I guarantee you, if you like shark movies, good, bad, whatever it is, we have something for you.
And if you like these type of games, we've actually done a bunch of episodes where we've combined stuff. We did that Predator Verse episode. We did an episode where we combined two different properties to make a new franchise, like The Grinch Who Stole Christmas and Terminator. Smash those together, and what world do you get? We're
Yeah.
pretty proud of that kind of stuff. So if you
We
like
just
that
did
kind
that
of
with
stuff,
we did it with Muppets, and we just did it with Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah. So like Star Wars and another movie, what would that new movie be? And so it's like it's this kind of like mind game stuff that we like to play. And we played stuff with the Famous Monsters guys. We talked to George recently too. So check out some of our stuff, guys.
And of course, as always, you can follow the Famous Monsters podcast, iTunes, Spotify, practically anywhere you stream your podcasts. And right now, we're actually doing a fun thing called Horror 101, where we take deep dives in horror genre and really dissect, what does it mean to be a horror film? Or if you're someone who's just getting into horror, then where should you start? Where are the nice beginnings of a horror franchise that you should really
Martyrs.
get into? Yeah.
Carol Baskins. Carol Baskins.
But where can people follow us on social media, Jason?
You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/FMOFL and on Instagram and Twitter at Famous Monsters.
And of course, all links to our sites and social medias will be linked within the description. So check down there. Till next time, keep spooking.
Yup.
Sign off.